नमस्कार फिर पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है. वेलकम बैक टू पैसा बोलता है. Today I want to talk about a new vehicle trend that is emerging. People have been always asking me which is a trend that is likely to change the world over the next 10 years. And I have always maintained that EV seems to be the only trend which is going to change the world as far as Indian markets are concerned. Of course, globally, artificial intelligence is really going to be something that will change the discourse of the world over the next 10 years. There are ChatGPT and Bard, both launched by Microsoft and Google. But today we are going to talk about Indian markets and we are primarily talking about electrical vehicles. It is expected over the next 10 years, the electric vehicles will take over a significant portion of the Indian transport system. Primarily, it is expected that even electric buses will ply more regularly than what they are plying today. It is expected that the electric vehicles will become more mainstream. So I was looking at the figures released for electric vehicles by FADA, their Federal Automobile Dealers Association. These are not stocks dumped on dealers. These are stocks bought from dealers by the end users and therefore are very important. Let's first look at the car passenger market. Only one company seems to be dominating the market, that is Tata Motors. Tata Motors has sold 7,500 vehicles approximately, give or take 100 or 200 either way. The total number of other people's cars sold by all others barely touches 1,000. This means Tata Motors has a market share of nearly 90%, 89.5% to be precise. What is most interesting is the total amount of what is the percentage of electric vehicles in total number of cars sold. From last year, where it was 1%, the total amount of electric cars plying in India has moved up to 2.5%. That means between 3 to 2 cars for every 100 cars is electric. This is because only Tata Motors produces electric cars at sub 10 lakhs or at around 10 lakhs. Most of the electric cars are expensive and beyond the reach of the middle class, which comprises of the bulk of the segment. The next biggest supplier would naturally be Mahindra and Mahindra Reva. It is expected that the Mahindras are going to launch a vehicle called XUV 300, which will compete with Tata Nexon in the market. And Tata Nexon is one of the largest selling electric vehicles. The Tatas have also launched two sedans in the electric vehicle market space. The Tatas expect over the next 3 years to have at least 10 working electric models across the space of automobiles. Recently, I was speaking to an automotive engineer who works for one of the top three automotive companies of America. He is based in Madras and he does automotive design. He told me that the Tatas are going to be in a position to dominate the Indian car market as far as electric cars are concerned, and BYD of China will quickly move to the second position, and Mahindra will bring the third up. Between these three companies, there will be intense competition on who will dominate the market. As of now, it looks like the Tatas have a first mover advantage. It is also very clear that the Tatas, as promised by N. Chandrasekhar, will sell 100,000 electric vehicles this year. This will give them a huge base on which they can base their learnings. As far as three-wheeler passenger vehicles are concerned, the total market share has now moved to nearly 50%. 52% of all the passenger three-wheelers sold in India were electric, 48 in diesel and other fuels. This means that the electric market is rapidly expanding in the three-wheeler market. This means that the electric vehicles has captured a significant portion of three-wheeler market. This is the most significant market share capture in the sense that one in two three-wheelers sold are now electric vehicles. This segment is dominated by Piaggio and Mahindra Reva, who have a stranglehold of 50 plus in the market segment, in the market share segments. The third and the most important thing which I wanted to discuss is the two wheeler segment. In the two wheeler segment, Ola tops the charts, and the two wheelers now are practically at nearly 6% of the total vehicles sold. The two wheeler market is very interesting. It is there that one expects that the market share of electric vehicles will jump to 30% as within 5 years. It is expected that 30% of all two wheelers will be electric by 2030, and the figures suggest that this is going to become more or less true. Today, Ola dominates the market with more than 20,000 units sold, and the number two position held by TVS Motors. There are then the usual suspects of Hero Electric, owned by a different wing of the Munjal family, and Ampere and Ather. Ather as a promoter Hero Motor Corp, which has nearly 45% stake. It is very clear that these three are going to be fighting for space. Bajaj has been slow off the block, and their Chetak, and there is another subsidiary of Bajaj which has launched two wheelers and which have done now 4,000 units this month, but not enough to catapult this Bajaj into the now top three. Along the way, Hero Motor Corp has tied up with Zero Bikes, an American provider of electric motorcycles, and that will be a distribution arrangement. Now, if you are an investor, if you have been following me in Tamil, you would have been I know that I've been asking you to buy Tata Motors for a long period of time, predicting only this. In the three wheeler space, it is Mahindra and Mahindra which is dominating the market share. Mahindra and Mahindra is also a decent buy at current market rates. On the two wheeler segment is concerned, there are two players from the listed company space whom I expect will dominate the market. One is TVS Motors and the other is Bajaj Auto. In the case of TVS Motors, the valuations of the stock is extremely high, and therefore one should avoid it at this stage. Whereas the valuations of Bajaj Auto are reasonable, and one can expect to add to these stocks at this period of time. So, if you want to pay the EV's place today, you should have Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra, and of course, Bajaj Auto and TVS, with TVS being very expensive at this point of time. If you invest in these stocks along with Amron batteries and Exide, you will definitely hit a jackpot in when the market goes completely electric. Thank you for watching Paisa Bolta Hai. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. Once again, I thank you for your support for Paisa Bolta Hai.